and I'm there like, I should have looked in a mirror. Woo! What's up, my dudes? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lainey. Wait, not all of you are probably dudes. Welcome back, my gays, theys, gals, and pals. Is that the saying? I think that's the saying. Today we're going to be talking about my cosplay pet peeves. These are, let me put a disclaimer in right now. These are so insanely nitpicky. These are extremely, stupidly nitpicky. And you know why these are my pet peeves? Because these are things I have done, and these are things I continue to do that drive me insane. Do I know why I keep doing these things? No. But then I'll look back at my videos or I'll look back at my photos and I'm like, you dummy! You big dumb. Big dumb. Why did you do that? Why? So these are pet peeves that I've basically just gotten from cosplaying over the years and from doing dumb stuff that I continue to do. Some of these I've stopped doing, but a lot of them I still do. Let's get started on my list of pet peeves. The first one is unstyled, uncut bangs. As you can see, this wig is beautifully cut by me. I have no skill when it comes to cutting wigs, but it still bothers the crap out of me, as hypocritical as it is, when I see people who like don't cut they like don't cut the bangs and they just separate it like right in the center. It drives me insane. I don't know why it drives me insane. It just drives me insane. And I know what you're thinking. I know you're thinking right now, but Lainey, I've seen you do that before. I know, and I'm trying to stop. I think that's why it bothers me. Wow, my voice cracked right there. But that's my first thing, is the unstyled bangs. My next step is when your wig cap shows, and I am so guilty of this. I will be at the Renaissance Fair or a photo shoot or an anime convention or a meetup, and I will say to my friend, please tell me if my wig cap is showing, and my friend will be like, yeah man, I got you. And then I'll go back to the videos and I'll go back to the photos and my wig is like off of my head. You see the netting and I'm there like, I should have looked in a mirror. I just hate it. I hate how it looks. And I'm one of those really terrible people where I won't go up to strangers, but if you are one of my friends and your wig cap is showing, I will tap you on the shoulder and be like, hey friendo, your wig capo is showing. Oh, that's number 2 on my list. Number 3 is when your eyebrows don't match. And maybe this bothers me because I don't even have eyebrows. I'm blonde. So my eyebrows have almost no pigment whatsoever, so they're so easy to fill in. And maybe that's where my like judgment comes from, is like, it's so easy to color your eyebrows. Why don't people with like dark brown black hair fill in their eyebrows? But I've heard that that's actually a pain, so I don't know why this bothers me so much, but it just does. I hate when I see a cosplayer with like their natural red, blonde, brown, black eyebrows with like a neon pink wig. It bothers me. Why does it bother me? I don't know, but it just bothers me. And also, like, I know for the life of me, like, do you see these? Do you see that? I cannot draw eyebrows to save my life. So this is my very hypocritical, nitpicky pet peeve. I just hate when your eyebrows do not match your wig color. That's just how it is. After that, we got, oh my god, people who pretend they're the character. My hatred for this stems from the very first anime convention I ever went to when I was like 12 or 13. It was Anime Midwest. I have a video, it's a CMV to Candy, and I hate this, and I've always hated this because of this one interaction I had where I was like really big into Black Butler at this time, and there was this really cool Aloes Transy cosplayer. And my like 12-year-old self was starstruck. I went up to this Aloes Transy and I was like, I love your cosplay. You know, starstruck little kid, little middle schooler. And this Aloes Transy pretended to be in character and was so mean. Just like a very rude and abrasive, and my like poor little 12-year-old heart just shattered. And I was like so embarrassed afterwards, and I felt so awkward and so uncomfortable. And since then I was like, nope, no, get those people who pretend to be in character away from me. I don't want to cry. which is terrible. I know that not every person who like role plays and really gets into character is like that. I just had that one really bad experience that just set the whole experience for me. That's just how it is for me, unfortunately. Sad times. Okay, next up, next on our list. So this one bothers me because this is something I do, but it's when you cosplay in a group and no one's cosplays match. And what I mean by that is you're all wearing the exact same thing. Like you're all wearing the exact same maid outfit, or you're wearing the same school uniform, but every person buys it from a different store. So every person's costume, although they're the same design and they're supposed to be the same color, they're made out of slightly different materials, they're slightly different shades, they have slightly different reflectiveness, slightly different fits, and it just drives me crazy because it doesn't look cohesive. I hate it. I hate it so much. And I know I've done this before, and I know I continue to still do this. I know that most of the time it's coming from a financial standpoint where some people can't afford to buy the cosplay from the really nice store, instead they go with the cheaper version. Or someone prefers, oh, I'm gonna make this at home, and obviously the fabrics that you find at a fabric store, those aren't gonna be the fabrics that you get when you buy a cosplay. Well, they could be, but like, you know what I mean. But that's just my nitpicky pet peeve. The next thing is when you wear a wig that is entirely the wrong color. Let me get this straight. It is so hard to match wigs. It is so hard. I am not talking about when you're cosplaying someone like Asuna, who you can't tell if this character's hair is like orange or brown, and some cosplayers have an orange wig like I do, and other cosplayers have a brown wig like I don't. I'm talking about how you're cosplaying a character who has pink hair and you decide to cosplay that character with like a purple wig. It confuses me. I just don't like it. It's not for me. Like, you can do whatever you want. It just confuses the crap out of me when people wear wigs that don't match, because then I'm like, are you cosplaying a character who's cosplaying a character? Is this like cosplay Inception? This is a safety hazard. You all better agree with me. But when you're at a convention and it's really crowded and someone comes up to you in the middle of the hallway and says, "Can I get a photo?" If you are one of the people who is like, yeah, and poses right in the middle of the hallway instead of moving off to the side, I don't like you. I'm just kidding. I'm sure you're a lovely person, but please, please don't do that. Please say, yeah, of course you can have a photo. Let's move off to the side here, or I know a great spot for photos up ahead. Don't stop in the middle of a hallway because that could be a fire hazard. What if there's an accident or emergency, or people are just trying to get through? It's not good. Please don't do it. Please just take the 5 seconds to move to the side of the hallway. It's not that hard. I swear it's not that hard. The next one is something that I am so guilty of doing because I just forget. I just forget to do this until it's too late and I put on my cosplay. And that is ironing it. I always have cosplays that are wrinkled, and then I go back in photos and you can just see the wrinkles, and I'm like, dang it, why didn't you iron? Why? If you get a cosplay, please iron it. Please. If you don't have an iron, you can also stick it in the bathroom with you when you're showering, and the steam will, you know, get rid of all of your wrinkles. So 2 more. This is just a general annoyance with cosplay. This doesn't even have to do with people. This isn't even anyone's fault. But it's when you have, you know, your knee-high, your thigh-high socks, and they just fall. They just don't stay on. And maybe you sewed elastic in them and they still fall. And maybe you put sock glue on and they stay for 10 minutes and then they fall. I hate socks that fall. I hate them so badly. All of my socks fall, and I feel like I take 3 steps and then whoop, gotta pull out my sock again. 2 more steps, whoop, gotta pull out my other sock again. Oh no, this one is down. Like, why? Who wears socks like these? And what I've had to do for a lot of my cosplays is I wear a pair of tights, then I put on my socks and I grab safety pins and I frickin' pin my socks to my tights so they don't fall down. It's insane. I hate them so much. Okay, and the last pet peeve of all. This is also no one's fault. This just annoys the crap out of me. Especially when I wear my curl cosplay. This is the most annoying thing, and no one can convince me otherwise. Picture this. It's It's a beautiful day at the convention. You're wearing some type of cosplay that has metallic buttons all down the front. Your long, long wig blows in the wind behind you until it gets stuck in all of your buttons and gets tangled and massively knotted. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate when you're wearing anything and your wig just gets tangled in it, whether it's buttons or like a little wrist thing, or it gets stuck in your elf ears, or it gets stuck in your zipper, and then your wig is ruined, especially if it's like a new wig or a wig you just washed and styled. It gets all knotted and ooh. Anyways, those are my top 10 cosplay pet peeves. I also have a video, I don't know if it's out yet, but it might be coming out soon, of pet peeves about the way people treat cosplayers. So these apply to cosplayers themselves, and then I have a video about how people treat cosplayers and my pet peeves regarding that. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you liked this video and want to see more. Thank you. I hope you have a good day, and farewell. Here's a kiss for you. Okay, that's all.